what's Missin Curfew? It's when you kind of play guilty, but you show up.
How nice is a green light on the road, though? No practice tomorrow, no plane, just go.
Scottie Upshaw in the clear, and he scores! Right in front, scores!
A few laughs, a little bit of fun, and obviously a lot of hockey talk.
You're listening to Missin Curfew.
Phallus. Coming to you from Hall Pass Media in Newport Beach, this is Missin Curfew. And before the boys start snapping around, let's not forget, this show is always presented by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours. It's Obes, the Updoc, and we got our boy. I mean, these guys in there, they're already digging the new arena. They got a, swim-up bar that I saw. They're talking about, having the rink open at noon for a 7 o'clock game. I mean, I like the ideas of what these guys are doing up, dog. Our boy Jay Swish is with us from the desert.
They're just bringing an Oasis, aren't they?
They're bringing an Oasis, fella.
Oasis. And I just read today that Oasis is going on tour, Schwizzy, just in case you missed them, 2026. So, fellas, it's nice to be in the studio with you boys. Listeners, thanks for tuning in. We got a great show. Recapping the weekend. A lot of action. Ryder Cup City. Our pickup invitational, big fella. Baseball, fucking postseason around the corner, fellas. It's nice to be in the studio with you boys. Let's go.
What's up, fellas? Yeah, first off, how we work on that committee to bring back the Coyotes is beyond me. But like I said, I'm doing the Lord's work here in the desert, physically doing the manual labor to put together this fucking arena. I mean, Obes, did you see that swim-up pool, dude? You could get at least 3 or 4 bar stools around that thing. We got it cooking here in the desert, man.
I did see it. I wanted to soak my feet in there with you boys when you guys were putting the feet up after a long day of digging. Listen, as we know, right, it's much like being a hockey player. Like, if you continue to do the right things, they're going to have no choice but to hire you home by 3 for the committee, right? If you continue to lead by example, get out in the community, have good ideas. I mean, the opening the rink at 12 for a Friday game, especially in the desert, would people be pinned at the game?
And you're showing your architectural skills there too, by the way. You're already sending the vibe. You like nut huggers are optional in the pool. Beers are already flowing. I mean, you guys are on top of it, but.
Obes, Uppy, you guys are older than me, so you're probably a little bit wiser. But my dad always told me, compounded interest. You keep doing the same thing, you keep going at it, eventually that fucker's going to blow up. So that's what we're doing with this arena. I have another idea that I just thought about on the spot, Obes. How about a lazy river going around the entire glass seats? Instead of the front row, we got a lazy river, and it ends up into a big hot tub in one of the corners, and you can have a pair of fun bags on the glass. I mean, we want this fan experience to another level, and it obviously starts with the swim-up bar you saw yesterday, but I got a ton of ideas. I might not have the scratch for it, but I am your guy if you're listening. If you're the mayor of Scottsdale, Arizona, and you're listening to Missin Curfew like you always do, I'm your guy. The Dones, get at me. Shane, you got my number, baby. Come on, let's get it.
Get at me. I love the lazy river idea. I think and I fall in this category. Maybe there's like an age and / weight restriction to who can go in the lazy river because that's going to be on TV, right?
Yes.
Like maybe it's an ASU,
Sorority.
What's it called for sorority? Thank you.
I'm thinking go concourse level with it and like have it come like down a set of stairs, and then it'll be around like behind the net, and then it like funnels up all the little tubes go up the stairs again and it cruises around. You through the hot dog stand, Well,
I mean, we sound like we're straight out of Step Brothers right now with Prestige Worldwide. Investors? Possibly you.
Possibly you. I watched that movie a couple weeks ago. Fuck, is that great.
So good. It's a classic. It's underrated, too.
Swishy, keep going, buddy. Listen, I love that there's talks and there's a committee of bringing hockey back in the desert because I think before Gary retires to Boca, Florida, or wherever the fuck he's going to go, I think he wants to get that back because nobody fought harder for the, Coyotes than Gary.
No.
Right? He had him playing the mullet. He had him playing in Glendale saying there was no problem when there was 2,000 fans. You're like, Gary, I'm not a numbers guy, but, there's 2,400 fans in the building. I don't know if that's going to really generate the revenue you want here, buds.
No, it's a city that must have hockey. There's too many good hockey players there too. There's the youth hockey's been, the
alumni too
from the last 25 years of NHL hockey being there. So, yeah, we can't lose that. And
I'll tell you what, listen, the Utah Hockey Club / Mammoth, it's been a home run. Smitty's killed it. and hockey in Utah is there forever. But like when you look at the league now, you miss the Coyotes. I miss them. I miss, having the opportunity to go in there, see some friends, go to a game, tee it up. I mean, the NHL needs hockey in the desert.
Yeah. No, they need an answer. And I think we found it right here. Home by
3.
100%, boys. I mean, in all seriousness, it's the 4th biggest city or market in the U.S. To not have a hockey team here is beyond me. But like you said, Obes, I mean, it's no secret. If you have a good, stable owner and you build, they will come. It's not a secret. We just need a guy with deep pockets to come in here and do it right. So that's hopefully what they're putting together with this committee to ultimately showcase an owner why this is such a good market.
We got your video up right now of you and Heat Daddy having a dart after a long day's work. Where'd you guys get those hard hats and vests? Those look like they're right off a construction site.
Yeah, I think we picked those up for our first take like 6 months ago. We were at Home Depot and we were picking out shovels. We were picking out hard hats. Man, that dart, I'll tell you, we filmed at like 8:30 in the morning. And I was still a little bit stung from Saturday night, kind of just rolled it over into Monday. Man, that dart, like I couldn't even see straight after 2 puffs of that Marble Red. I was like, holy fuck, I'm back in one here.
A dart will get you. A dart will get you.
Heads up for Rattlers there too, by the way.
Sneaky lie.
You guys are out in the middle of it.
Yeah, you got to have your chin tucked. That goes without saying.
Have their steel toe boots on there too, I suppose.
Yeah. I had my hiking boots on. Fuck, yeah.
I got to get the steel toes. Safety first.
100%. That'll be next time.
Let's hope hockey's back in the desert sooner or later. Swish, you keep going. Boys, in our intro here, shout out to our boy Todd Pickup, the first annual Pickup Invitational. I knew Pick was going to kill it, but he killed it even more than I thought. Like, you talk about first class, everything. The course was mint. Everyone that put the tournament on at Newport Beach Country Club were nice, polite, looked sharp. The food was great. Wine, booze, everything included. It was unbelievable, up dog. It's such a fun format. I mean, that qualifying day is stressful.
Yeah.
It is stressful.
Crazy.
It's fun, and then you get into the match play, which I wish my tournament would have lasted a little longer. I ran into the 2 biggest sandbaggers in the tournament. So we play them. We get the email, Swishy. We're like, we got to give them 6 shots. I'm like, 6 shots? Wow, what the fuck are we talking about here? It's alternate shot. 3 aside that's outrageous. That's outrageous. So we get to the first hole. I'm like, Doherty, we're going to find out right away if these guys are sandbaggers or not. So the first guy hits his drive little right on one. You're fine there. And the guy's in the Kikuya, and he kind of chunks it short. And I'm like, we'll find out right now. On one, he was on a tight lie, short-sided, and he chipped it to a kick-in. And I went, oh, boy. We shot 38 on the front, and we're 2 down. And the back 9, I turned to him on like 13 or 14. I finally had enough, booze in me, especially. I go, how do you guys sleep at night? Like, how the fuck do you sleep at night? You guys are fucking the biggest sandbaggers I've ever played against. Like, they were better than me.
Yeah, what club were they from?
Shout out to my boy Rob Nen. They were from Hideaway. They knew Nenner.
Oh, okay.
I text Nenner, me and Doherty after the round. We're like, these are your friends? These guys are the biggest. Nice guys. They were really nice guys, but like sandbaggers. They won.
Town sandbaggers, too. Nothing worse.
They won our flight.
Because they come in, sandbag, and then they get on the highway and they leave again.
Yeah.
They don't need to hear the...
No, but I may be running it up the flagpole, boys. I'm not going to lie, Swishy. I may be running it up the flagpole.
So how do you get around that though? There's sandbaggers all the time. You know what I mean? Was it based off their handicap, what they bought in with? I mean, if they're out of town shooters, how do you even really know?
Out of town. When I tell you to get out of town shooters, did I not mean out of town shooters? 4 Brothers. What a movie.
You don't pay a hoe to fuck you. You pay her to leave.
What is Marky Wahlberg's character's name in that movie?
Bobby Mercer.
Bobby Mercer. What a flick. Yeah. 4 Brothers. Yeah. So listen, they were getting, me and Doherty were getting 3.5 shots. So they were getting 9, right?
Yeah. And the max handicap was 11. So these guys came in as an 11 and a 10, basically, because you guys you're a 7 and a 4.
Yeah.
Right. So when you add them up, it would be, that was probably the worst team in there, because if Obi's having to give 6 shots, this team is at the bottom of the poll. And it's just, had we played them, we would have gave them 14 shots because we were a +1.
Yeah.
So anyway, they try to cap this at like, just your handicap has to be 11 or below. And both guys at that number it shouldn't be the case. Right?
So that makes sense. So they were playing as 10 and 11, and they're same as me. They were 7s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's not right.
It's not right,
10 handicap though. That's a sneaky kind of buy-in. You know what I mean? A guy that's a 10 handicap can shoot 95. He could also shoot 75 hopes. Like there's some decent 10 handicaps out there. No?
Yeah. Then he gave me we're playing our best. This is the best we could put.
Yeah, of course they are.
I said, yeah, okay, sure, boys. Sure. This is the best you've ever played. What happened yesterday then? Like in the qualifying.
Yeah.
But they were good. They hit it straight. And they just, anytime we thought we had them, on 14. So we win 13, we're 2 down, and they're popping on 14, and he hits it way right down. So 14 is the one without a bounds, right with the houses, down the hill on the right. Doherty hits his best drive of the weekend, and they're down the right. I'm like, fuck Doherty. There's no way they can hit the green from down there. We should have drove over inside. I still think they might have fluffed it up. Like, I couldn't see him down there. This fucking guy hits a rescue out of there to like 15 feet. Like, I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah,
like, come on. It's not right.
It was a great tournament, though.
Great tournament.
It was a great format. It was a great tournament. It was put on, incredible Newport Beach Country Club. It was perfect conditions. We played great. Me and my partner, Fromy Jr. He's the fourth. And we ran into a buzzsaw with great hair named Fred Couples, who took us down on Saturday morning. I was so fired up for this match, too. And I was sizing him up on the range. He's there early. I got there early, did a little sauna workout, schmaltzy, and then fucking got to the range. And I'm like, this is the day. This is the day I'm going to be able to come on the pod with you fuckers on Tuesday and talk about how I beat Fred Couples at the pickup. And he bent us over. We were down 5 after 6 holes. And then it was just a bloodbath. Yeah. It was scrapping and clawing in, and we lost on 14.
I saw Freddie when I was leaving Friday after we lost. Went in there, the food was unbelievable, right? The spread was NHL. And I'm leaving there half pinned. And I go, Freddie, who you got tomorrow? He's like, I got Upshaw. I'm like, you can't let Uppy beat you. Because I'm like, he's going to come on the pod and fucking let me know about it. And he's like, no, don't worry, I got him. So Freddie he was pretty confident the night before.
I think, and he was taking it easy on me at the end. He's like, when you want to come to Madison Club, make sure you get out there. I'll golf with you. Like I'm like, hey, stop. Like, you're trying to sugarcoat the fact that you're kicking my ass.
Yes, man. He's killing you with kindness.
It was.
Those guys try to do that to us too. When they're 3 up with whatever, they start talking to us. I'm like, don't try to be nice now, boy.
I will say this to some like the ex guys and the golfers, and you might be listening to the podcast or whatever. But like, if you got a club and you're a fucking great guy, you hit us up and you want to try and get in this tournament. It's an incredible tournament, Obs, right? But we get a couple ex-hockey guys, I think, next year maybe to come. And it's a select group of guys. It's not like anyone gets in. But if you're interested, let us know, because this thing is, it's you and a partner from your club, alternate shot, and it could be 5 matches. So it's great.
That's the one thing, is it's long. If you're going to win your flight swishy, you got to play the qualifying round. If you're going to win the championship flight, if you qualify the championship flight, Swishy, which you had to shoot 73 to get in the championship flight. We shot 75.5. What'd you shoot?
74.
74. So if you get in the championship flight, you got 36, 36. Right?
Oh, man. Yeah. You go, yes.
Friday, no. 2 days at 30. Yeah. Friday, Saturday at 36.
Yeah.
So you got to play 5 rounds.
Oh my God. How's the back after that one, dude? Are you walking or can you cart it?
Oh, you cart it. And
okay, that's not bad.
We walked
and the
whole time.
We had a cart with a caddy, so I was walking to keep the back loose, but we were getting pinned.
Are all 5 matches alternate shot?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Man, that's a grind. I feel so bad if you sewer your partner, say you tug one off the tee, just absolutely Ronnie tug one, and you put your guy in a bad spot. Like, that's kind of a tough feeling, no?
Yeah, that's kind of how you got to just say at the start. Like, I asked Steeler and the boys that actually play it, like, what's the first rule is you never say sorry to your partner. Like, if you hit a bad shot, you don't say, hey, Swish, I'm sorry. You just suck it up and keep going.
Yep.
If you can get through an alternate shot tournament with your buddy and you're still friends, it's good on your friendship. It can wear on you. It can wear on you.
How is the Silver Fox swinging it, Freddie Couples? Is he? Because I know he had a back injury last year when we went and watched him at the Hogue.
That's funny. He goes to me. He goes, where are you going? I go, I'm going home, Freddie. I'm going for a cold tub. This old fucking hockey player's banged up. He's like, cold tubs, you like those, eh? I'm like, yeah, Freddie, they're awesome. You should get in there. I know you deal with some back tightness. He's like, you think I could start with my hot tub? It's at 65 right now. You think that's a good start? I'm like, Freddie, I think you got to get her a little lower than that, buddy. I don't think your hot tub at 65 is going to rejuvenate you, my friend. He's like, I hate the cold. He's from Seattle, grew up in Seattle, lived out here. He hates the cold, doesn't want to do it. But I think he should get in there.
His game is his swing. You couldn't tell his back was banged up last year, but he has missed some quality time on the Champions Tour because of his back. And these were more rounds put back to back to back for him than he plays, on tour. Like this was probably harder for him than getting around Augusta, making the cut at Augusta. It was a lot of golf. And he doesn't typically swishy. He doesn't typically sit in the golf cart, because I don't know about you, Swish, but I have a bad back. Like, sitting in the golf cart's the worst thing for me. I'd rather walk and let the caddy take the cart just to stay loose, fella.
Yeah, I like walking it off too. You get just the overall. You feel like you're in tournament play too, right? When you're walking, you're out there strutting. Was Freddie? Who does he play with? And does he play with a guy from Big Canyon or just his buddy? Or
no, he's a member at Newport.
He played with a guy, Todd, who is an older gentleman, lives out at the desert a lot, or Vegas, and is a fucking glorified 65-year-old scratch golfer that played college and gets up and down from 40-yard bunkers, hits the fairway every time. The boring golf player, but yeah, it worked. It was a great partner Freddie had, and they kicked our ass.
Swishy, we call that steady Eddie, fella. Yeah. Fairways and green, Swishy.
You call that get out of the car, get your par. You know what I mean? Just steady Eddie. Get out of the car, get your par. Get up, D2, clean it up, go to the bar.
I'll tell you what, I was drunk every day by noon in that tournament, though. Yeah. Hey, regular cold enough just to so I didn't show up half pinned at 3:00 in the afternoon.
I don't think I explained to Christina just how long and how drunk I would be, how long the golf tournament was and how just,
I think she's accepted the fact that you're coming home drunk.
That was good.
You're coming home drunk. So, to Todd Pickup and listen, Dick Pickup, who was, Todd's dad, Nice Pick's grandfather. It was so cool to have all the hardware that, not even all of it, like a quarter of the hardware that Dick had won over his career. And that was his favorite tournament. So listen, I already got the email for the second annual Pickup Invitational, which is exciting. So, like Uppy said, if you want to get in the mix, it's an unbelievable tournament, boys. Speaking of unbelievable tournaments, Ryder Cup at Bethpage Black. I didn't miss many shots. That was the one good thing about getting punted out of the pickup on Friday, is I went home and watched all the Friday matches, all the Saturday matches, and then the Sunday signals with you and Loops over at Loops's. I'll start off here, boys. First of all, and you heard Keegan say it, the way they set the course up, it's just it was way too easy. I know they didn't expect rain on Thursday, but no rough. It's just I think you got to make it a lot harder. And I think they fucked up on the setup of the course. But when it comes to Team Europe, boys, I have never seen anybody putt like that for 2 days. The amount of putts that they made, it was insane. The one afternoon match on Saturday, DeChambeau and Scheffler were 6 under through 6, and they were 1 up. And then Justin Rose went on to make 9 birdies that day to beat him. The golf Europe played the first 2 days, Uppy and Swishy. As a guy who watches a lot of golf, I've never seen such clutch putting anywhere. Just, if the States made a birdie putt and they had it for the tie, Europe poured it. Fleetwood, Rose, Rahm, Rory, the putting was insane.
Yeah, I mean, that was the difference. I think, the U.S. had maybe one player in the top 10 of putting, strokes gained, I think, Obes all week. But you just look at, the greens weren't tough enough. There's no way at a Ryder Cup that a single player should make 9 birdies in one round. This is supposed to be the U.S. setting up a golf course is supposed to make it hard. You would think that they would want to make this as hard as they can, with length being an advantage. And it just played soft and it played easy. You can't come in to a hole from 240 yards away and land it and stick it with backspin with a 5-wood. Yeah, it's just not what, the Ryder Cup's meant to be. I don't know. It came down. It was an amazing finish. It was, it proved that this is an unstoppable European, club that has some attitude, and Luke Donald being, I think the only second European captain to go back-to-back Ryder Cups ever, proving his great leadership amongst a good group of guys. And Shwizzy, I don't know. It's just it had some flash on the Sunday. It was nice to watch in the middle of some football games and some baseball games, but you just wish that we had a first couple days that made it more interesting.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think the U.S. first off, on Sunday, showed a decent chin, just putting together at least a run. We had a sliver of hope coming down the stretch there. Obviously, Thomas with a great finish. DeChambeau to fight back from 5 down. I mean, they did what they had to do in terms of just not take a total beat down at Bethpage. But you mentioned it, Uppy, the greens. Keegan Bradley alluded to, they're the softest greens he's ever seen, and that's a guy that went to St. John's. You know, he played collegiate golf on the island, so he knows Bethpage. He's very familiar with the course. The rough, you know, cut down. I don't know, boys. Like, if I'm looking at this team, I don't know a ton about golf. You guys know more than me, but I do like the sport. And I love the Ryder Cup, especially that tournament. Do you question any of the roster decisions of the U.S. team of just the inexperience there with 4 rookies on the squad versus Europe, obviously having 11 of 12 players back from Rome? Like, do you go with Fat Pat? Do you go with Dustin Snow Johnson? Do you go with Koepka? Some of these guys that have swagger obes that you could insert into the lineup. I mean,
yeah,
no disrespect. Nobody's scared of Griffin, Henley, some of these guys on that team.
Yeah, no, you're bang on. And listen, what happened, what kind of fucked Keegan a bit was Harris English, Russell Henley, JJ Spawn all qualified. And JJ Spawn played pretty well. I think he finished 2-1. I got no problem with him. And then he picks Ben Griffin. Listen, there's a way that the Europeans have found a way around this live tour, right? John Rahm and Terrell Haddon have an appeal in right now, right? If they lose that appeal, they won't be able to play in the Ryder Cup. But I'm sure they're going to win it. They may have to pay some fines. But what's happened here is ever since the PGA Tour and Live, it's hurt Team USA. Like, there's no way that Brooks Koepka, Patrick Reed, and even Dustin Johnson, let's just say they were playing on the PGA Tour a little bit, right? Like, they weren't playing every tour. Like, if there was a way where we could live with the Live and PGA Tour and they're both, Team USA would be way better.
Yeah.
But when you have Brooks Koepka, Patrick Reed, and say, I know DJ doesn't try anymore, but listen, if he was in the mix for the Ryder Cup and he was playing some PGA Tour events and he wasn't fucking blackballed, I'm sure you would get Dustin Johnson to put the work in heading into the Ryder Cup.
For sure. It's their ultimate goal.
Yeah, like, he's fucking been there. He's won there. Like, you go back to Whistling Straits, Swishy, in your neck of the woods.
Yep.
Hey, see, pull up the Whistling Straits Team USA. They kicked the living shit out of Team USA, 18-9 or something like that.
Or out of the Europe.
Europe.
Yeah.
Sorry, USA kicked the shit out of Europe. There was chatter after Whistling Straits that Team USA could win the next 10 years of Ryder Cups, right? And then Live Golf happened, and we lost, Koepka. Look at that team. Well, Freddie, vice captain. So, yeah, Dustin Johnson, Brooks Koepka, Tony Finau,
DeChambeau.
Jordan Spieth, Scheffler,
Berger.
Daniel Lippenberger.
I would have even taken Jordan Spieth over Ben Griffin.
He's a gamer.
Yeah, the guy's been there before. Like, I don't think form, and we had Colt on before, like, I don't think form matters that much heading into it. I want experience and camaraderie, which Europe, there doesn't matter what the States does, Swish, Europe's always going to have better team room, and like, they love it more. It's clear they love it more. However, if you can have Brooks Koepka and Dustin Johnson and Patrick Reed, guys that have been there and have know the emotion, I think that helps Team USA.
I just think it's such a different structure than playing a week to week on the PGA Tour. I mean, this is a heightened major experience. You have your fans on your side. You want guys that like drag guys into the fight. I mean, you can't compare it totally to hockey, but you need glue guys, Obi. Koepka is one of those guys. Dustin Johnson's one of those guys. Spieth and Thomas have this relationship together where they kind of feed off each other like the Splash Brothers back in the day with Golden State. Mm-hmm. I just think when you're looking at team golf, man, it's more of a team fucking game than you think, even though it's an individual sport.
Totally. Like, I think if they wanted my advice, PGA of America, like, maybe start thinking about changing your qualifying, right? Like, what it takes to get in, right? Like, maybe not so many points for winning the fucking Travelers Open or the fucking Rocket Mortgage in Detroit, right? Maybe more on majors.
Yeah.
Maybe just, and then like Swish said, you're building a team for match play on 1 weekend a year. Not over the course of 2 fucking seasons who's been the best or who can come up there, show up,
yes,
give your balls a tug, and win you the fucking mug. And we got a microphone issue here, boys. I broke a twig. Hey, left side. Thank you for
your... Right.
I just think, Swishy, to your point, that's what's got to happen.
And you know what else?
I need a new twig.
I would like
Casey, I need a new twig.
Hey, by the way, down the stretch, the last 2 months of golf, higher ranking awards for how they're playing. Make it like you got to fucking grind into it. Like for some of the guys on the last little bit, I know there is, but like that last, the Tour Championship, FedEx Cup, like as they're coming down the stretch here, those points are, you want to bring the hottest guys in. But then again, the live guys aren't even fucking playing, so they got to figure that out.
Yeah, well, Koepka went over there and played in fucking Europe for a couple times before the Ryder Cup, but he wasn't getting picked.
Not America, it's not Beth Page. You're over there in fucking Ireland and Scotland playing.
Look at this broken twig.
That is a broken twig.
So is there 8 automatic guys that get in just on qualifying from PGA points?
6.
6. There's 6. Okay. So why do you even need that though? If you're the captain, you should be able to just pick your team how you want to.
That's another thing. Maybe you go 4 guys.
Why not?
4 guys qualify. So every year it's going to be Scheffler, Alexander. Like, your 4. Like, you're not going to catch a flyer with 4 qualifiers on a guy like JJ Spawn and he played fine, but on a guy like that winning a major, or Ben Griffin having pulling a year out of his ass, right? Like, you get 4 qualifiers and then the captain picks 8.
Yes. And then my other question to you guys is, I know it's been a rule forever, but say Victor Hovland, right? He gets a tug at the West Guard and he fucks up his neck. He can't play on Sunday. Why isn't there an emergency backup so that at least there's a match, and the match that currently can't happen is halved? There should be an extra guy there in the chute, no? For injury?
Or you go, listen, the envelope rule, I had it down here next. Swishy, thanks for teaming me up. The envelope rule is a joke. If Victor Hovland couldn't play on Sunday, I'm sure he wanted to, I think USA gets the full point, or there's no points given. You can't give Europe a half, especially in that situation, because every half point was crushing to the States. Like, down the stretch there, me and Uppy and Loops were watching it. Like, I'm like, this half point it could tie 14-14, and the half point's the reason USA doesn't win.
It should be a half point. They get a half point win.
They get no points.
No,
and then you're saying Europe would get nothing half point.
I think either it's a full point or no match, or this is what you do. If you don't have a black ace, like Swishy said, the captain's got to play.
Yeah.
So Luke, grab your fucking wrenches. You're in. Let's go.
Yeah. Then you can't be fucking on the mic or anything. You can't be walking around. You got to play first.
Time.
You got to play first.
They go out first if they want.
Yeah.
Or you could pick anyone on your staff.
Or vice captain. Yeah. One guy from the captain team's got to be like, okay, Ups, you're in. Go. Grab your wrenches. Fuck, I didn't bring my clubs. Get him some rentals. Get him some
lefties.
I need.
Oh, that's a great rule, though.
Why not? Stiff shaft for the up dog. Yeah, you can't just give a guy a half point. That's a big half point.
Because there's fucking 4 or 5 captains and assistant captains and vice captains, but one of them's got to play.
Yeah. They got to change it. They're going to change that rule. Just to finish this off, boys, Russell Henley, listen, I'm not saying I would have made those putts on 17 or 18, boys, but I wouldn't have left them short. Like, I might have pulled it, I might have pushed it, I might have hit it too hard, but you cannot. When your boys work that hard to get you back in the fight, you leave 2 putts short, you're a pussy, Henley. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're a pussy.
Fuck. Yeah, it was tough to watch because it was the tides were turning.
It'd be tough to look your teammate in the eye after and be like, sorry, I left that.
Golf is so fucking hard.
I can't leave her short, though.
No.
Burn the edge, at least.
Yeah, hit the fucking thing. And then last but not least, I did say heading into the Ryder Cup that I wanted the New York fans to get all over Rory. Well, mission accomplished. Fuck, were they letting them have it, eh? So they were all over. I mean, listen, you can't be throwing beers at his wife. But listen, and the only thing I didn't like is when they're actually pulling the trigger, Swishy, you can't yell when the guy's going to hit. But other than that, whatever, man. It's fucking Ryder Cup in New York. If they want to call Rory McIlroy whatever, I think he's got to take it. He did, and he gave it back. I mean, just you can't throw beers, and when he's hitting the ball, you can't yell. But the rest of it, I really didn't have a problem with it, man. I don't know if I'm old school or fucking dumb, but I really didn't have a problem with them getting all over him, especially when they're kicking our ass so bad or kicking the Americans' ass so bad.
100%. And we're hockey guys where the line is a lot further down the road than a golf guy would be in terms of the chirping department, Obi, and especially, being old school, kind of anything goes on the ice. What'd you make of it, of the fans chirping him about maybe a side piece, though, Amanda Bolionis? Or, is that over the line, or is that tone with it? For me, as an American, that's in play, baby. You got to take that one on the chin, whether it's true or not. We're trying to rattle you.
Do you know how many guys on the ice, if I knew who their girlfriend was, or I would fucking be like, hey, so-and-so,
yes,
how's, whatever. Listen, it's Ryder Cup in New York. They're chanting Amanda. because the rumor is that Rory took down the girl from CBS, which I think he might have now because he did get pretty choked out there. I felt bad for his wife. Like, she probably should have just stayed at the hotel in the city, right? Like, she's out there walking around with him. That's pretty bad. You can't. Yeah. And
I mean, that's pretty bad.
One guy said, "Hey, Rory, don't take my phone away." You little, they called him the
that
word.
That might be
that three-letter F word. Is that like ground spurt? You can't kick a guy out for that, can you?
At a golf course, you don't want to be yelling that at him, right?
He's just walking by. He wasn't playing.
You can call him a cunt.
Yeah.
Right. What do you think, Swishy? Can you get tossed for that?
I mean, I got no filter myself, but I think the three-letter F word might warrant getting kicked out. I think that it does.
Okay. You can't. For you, Swishy, for you to say that changes my opinion on it, buddy.
You can't be throwing out derogatory slang slur words. I mean, regardless if it's true or not, I think that might be over the line. Like, that's just kind of classless. That's where I would draw the line.
If Rory walks by, can I just say, "Hey, Rory, fuck you"?
Yeah, are you pussy? Like, that's fine for me. But the other one, that might be a little much.
Can I yell?
I don't know.
Rory, I'll take your wife for a spin. Can you yell that?
The same sort of shit on the ice. You can't call that guy that word on the ice.
No,
which I've said twice, right? No, you're getting fucking launched, and
so that word is a
two-gamer now.
So that's automatic suspension. But you can't throw a beer at his wife. That is ignorant.
No, I just to bring in family stuff too. I mean, I think it's just kind of low hanging fruit. I don't mind the Amanda chance. I think that's in play. But I think if you're going at his wife or throwing a beer, like that's
hit her right in the head.
Hit her right in the head. Yeah,
that's just we can do better.
Guy do that? Would you fucking slap him if he threw like a beer at one of the players' wives and he was standing right beside you? Would you smack him?
I hope I don't hang around with guys that would do that. I don't. I would just be like, "Fella, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
I might sizzle him. I was right here. Hey, give me your pass before they kick you out. Hey, give me your pass before they kick you out. Listen, a lot of people in the golf world think it was really, really offside. We're hockey players, so to golfers out there, we apologize. Maybe it was super over the line, but as a former hockey player, they're kicking the state's ass on home soil. Beers are flowing. You got to take it a little bit.
How good was that celly though on the bus with Rory in your head, and they changed the lyrics? Obi, that looked like us at that bar in Montreal jamming out to Zombie.
It sure did.
And the Cranberries.
Rory didn't hold back. Rory was yelling, telling these guys to fuck off right back.
I know.
Like, I must have saw 6 or 7 clips of him turning around, either giving the guy a finger or telling him to fuck off. And I don't blame him. I would too, probably, right? It's just like,
yeah, I guess when you're asking for like golf to be better and that it shouldn't be there, like, you probably shouldn't turn back and give him the FUs back. But we're not saying we wouldn't do it. But will we complain a lot about it at the end if we're like turning around in front of people and on camera saying, fuck off?
Yeah. I thought it was.
That's the argument.
It's entertainment, right? All right, Switch, as you say, it's showbiz, baby. For entertainment purposes, as a fan, I thought it added something to at that time on the first 2 days, which was the beatdown of all beatdowns. I'm like, oh, at least these guys are giving it to Rory a little bit. Like, that's how I looked at it, right? Like, okay, you're beating us, but you're not getting out of here without. I'll tell you what the worst zinger was, and I'm used to hearing this one, is Shane Lowry hit a good shot, and the guy goes, "Hey, nice shot, Tubby." I'm like, oh, that, as a fat guy, that hurts. There's you can pretend it doesn't hurt. Like, Shane Lowry can say that didn't hurt. As a fat guy to another fat guy, Tubby, fatso, it hurts. Doesn't matter who says it, when they say it. Yeah. I got a lot of fatsos from the bench. Every time someone called me fat, I'm like, fuck, that stings.
You just lift up your shirt and flex your ass.
I didn't have abs, but I was just like, why don't you come on the ice? I'll knock your fucking head off. How about that? But listen, congrats to Team Europe. Like you said, Luke Donald, John Rahm, Rory, Tommy Fleetwood. I mean, you want to talk about a guy who handles himself with just class and dignity and always says the right thing. Tommy Fleetwood, man, that guy is fairway Jesus. He's just an absolute pro. Justin Rose, 45 years old. Congrats to Team Europe. Last but not least here, boys, one of my good boys, one of my favorite teammates ever, Trevor Gillies, the Gills train, was in a fortunate car accident over the weekend in Georgia, helping one of his buddies, either grandparents or somebody move, and he got hit by a semi-truck, and I seen pictures of his truck. Like, he's lucky to be alive. So, Gills, I love you. I'm thinking about you, buddy, and be careful, fellas. You never know, right? Driving around, just try to be careful. Get off your phones. Don't text and drive. But Gills is going to be all right. He's banged up. He's got a broken rib and conky and stuff like that. But Gills, I love you. Rest up, my man. You'll be back. So we'll be right back on Missin Curfew. Welcome back to Missin Curfew. DraftKings bets, and more bets, baby. Presented by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Up dog and swishy, week 3. I bounced back a little bit, boys. I went 2-3. I won the Rams. I won a little Monday night parlay cafe. Dolphins, Broncos, up dog. I told you we should have put our combined savings on the Broncos, like both of us, everything.
Bet the house.
Bet the house.
Responsibly, but bet it.
My poor Bucks, shake and bake. Of course, the Eagles, right? Start the game off with a blocked fucking punt or something, right? You see that? Your Eagles?
Yeah, I did.
It's fucking embarrassing.
Turnover City, 7 points.
And the one that really hurt me is I took Packers -6 and the Upshaw Loophole Packers over tees. Their defense looked bad, Swishy. For a guy, I got the Packer win the NFC. Their defense looked really, really bad, my man.
Yeah, and that game, dude, Sunday night, you're staying up for it. I mean, it's not too bad here on the West Coast, but a tie, like it's like kissing your sister. You know, it's just, I was frustrated watching that game. Micah Parsons made a nice play on Dak late in that game to prevent a touchdown, ultimately in overtime. But I don't know, man, that defense, I think we're in one in Green Bay. We got to figure some things out. Offense looked pretty good, but defensively, and especially whoever number 24 is on the Packers, I'm blanking on his name right now, but the cornerback that was on Pickens all night, I mean, he got beat like a rented mule. Like, it was just bad. So we're going to have to go back to the drawing board in Green Bay, figure out some things, because ultimately, you score 40 points, man, you should win a fucking game.
Totally. And Parsons didn't do it. I'll tell you what, I'll give the Cowboys credit. They were double teaming him, chipping him, running everything away from him, bootlegs the other way. All the running backs went the other way. But Parson did save the game-winning touchdown on Dak. He came all the way around and grabbed him. Right, that was he was going the house.
Got the first Dak.
Yeah, he was flying.
Besides that game, which was a highlight reel game, the Colts-Rams was just a barn burner too. Great game. The Colts are a legit football club. And, led by a great running back and Daniel Jones has revived himself. I went at the Lions, which was a great call. And I did the Bills over teaser. I snuck that one in there.
Nice.
The Saints gave him a run till the very end. So anyway, I got back in the win column this weekend. The Chiefs did a beat down on the Ravens. The Ravens going to really have to, check themselves. I think
their D are in
at Lamar Jackson in the fourth quarter. It looked like he's a bad groin.
He's got a hammy.
Little hammy issue, but
it's time to shout out to Joel Ward. I play with Ward. He's a big time Ravens fan. Nadia, our sweetheart accountant's a Ravens fan. It's time to push the panic button for Ravens.
Yeah.
Their best defensive tackle, what's his name's Ice Pickle? No, what's his name? They just hurt his neck.
Metabike?
Yeah. He's done for the year. Their defense, Swishy, to me, is they need Suggs, Ray Lewis, and Ed Reed back, fella. They need to get those boys in the time machine and get them back out there.
They need a ball hawk. They need someone that's tracking the ball at all times, especially a guy like Ed Reed out of the University of Miami. Guy that's just going to absolutely decapitate a guy in the middle of the field. But I wanted to ask you guys, what do we make of this Jackson Dart? Do we like him? How about the picture he posted pregame of Justin Herbert's alleged girlfriend, Madison Beers? Really? He posted a picture of her, like on the sidelines on his Instagram story, ended up deleting it, but then went out and whacked Herbert on the field. So I don't know if he's trying to steal his girl. He's wearing the ice during the game. I mean, this kid, for one game in the National Football League, he's had some serious swagger for a white boy. So I wanted to ask you guys, do you like him?
I like that he's playing against the guy. I mean, is that just
posted that?
Is that just
yes.
telling Herbert?
How crazy? How crazy is that?
Is that him just telling Herbert like, "Hey, I got there to her before you, buddy"? You know,
I think his celebrity crush he's always said is this Madison gal, and now Herbert's seeing her, so he's like, I want to get in there and steal her. You know what I mean? Like snatch that up. So he posted that before the game, and then went on the field for his first NFL start and beat Herbert.
This is incredible. I love the kid. I know he's trying to get into Fort Charles prime rib, and our boy Mac L can help him, but I like what he's doing off the, on the social media aspect of things. He doesn't need help there. That's throwing your balls on the line.
That's saying a statement. First game in the league. Yeah. Hey, Herbert,
I'm
going to take a run at her.
Is she that? Is she everything and more?
Loops
was talking about her. I don't really know who she is.
I don't know either.
Go check her game film on IG, fellas. I know you'll happily with your gal, but looking's free. Touching will cost you, but yeah, go take a look.
Look at her game film on IG.
Yeah, go take a look. Yeah, that picture that Dart posted. I didn't
million?
think she was that hot, and then I went to her game film. It was, oh wow, yeah, that's an all-world 10, boys.
What is she, a singer or just a model?
Just a model. 40 million on IG. How are you?
She's a model that's trying to be a singer.
Gotcha. Aren't they all? Speaking of hot models, who was the girl that was taking down Sinner and Alcaraz at the U.S. Open? Brooks Nader?
Brooks Nader.
So I saw her on this talk show, whatever. I saw on social media, and they basically asked her about it, right? And she basically said, well, guys do it, so why can't I?
Yeah.
I was like, what an answer. Good for
She's
you.
full on just Kardashian it up. She's got like 6 sisters on a TV show that they're all just trying to get clicks. And I
So you think she just took them down just for clickbait?
No, do you think she actually whacked both of them?
I do.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
So
the way she was talking on this show, I do think she
Sure
took
she
it
did,
down.
yeah. She's out there. I don't know.
I kind of respect it.
Yeah.
Right during the U.S. Open.
I don't know if I love it, but I respect
Taking down the number 1 and 2 players of the world, especially when you know they're going to meet in the final. She's like, I'll throw a little fucking gasoline on this U.S. Open. I'm going to take them both down.
Yeah, I mean, in the world of self-promotion and marketing, it's genius, right?
Yeah.
Take down 2 of those guys. You talk about it on your show. You drive listeners, followers back your way. So, yeah, sometimes you got to throw your box on the line for different things, and it's a good piece.
Who do you think brings the heat harder, Alcaraz or Sinner? I'm not talking about their serves.
I say
Alcaraz probably.
Did you see him win this morning against Fritz in Japan? He finished it off in the last game with 3 of the sickest drop shots in the history of fucking tennis. Did you see it, Schmaltzy? It was this.
No,
Oh,
I didn't.
My God.
I got to go watch.
To finish off, it's 5-4 in the second set, and he just 3 back-to-back drop shots to win. Sick. Fritz is just
Chris,
good cap.
Any bets this week, buddy? And did you take your Cardinals on the Thursday nighter? I think you went to the game, didn't you?
Yeah, I went to the match. What a snooze fest that was until the end. I mean, this Kyler Murray guy, I mean, he's 5'5", standing on his wallet. Without his wallet, he might be 5'2".
Right.
You could barely see over the line. I didn't touch that game because I just didn't know. Thursday nighters are usually a little bit of a burger, as you know. So I didn't touch that, but I did go at my Packers again because I lost money the previous week with the Cleveland game. So they're really bending me over right now in Green Bay. I took that game. I think it was -6.5 for the Pack, and it ended up in a fucking tie. So I gotta pivot and move forward and kind of rethink some things here going into this week.
Packers got the youngest team in the league. So maybe this is good for them. Like everyone was telling how good they were the first 2 weeks. Maybe this will be good, but their defense that I thought looked unbelievable in the first 3 weeks, Dak Prescott picked them apart. So always gamble responsibly. Get some skin in the game at DraftKings Sportsbook. Last but not least, Updog. I took down the Fact Daddy in Larry Bettman's fantasy league. I'm 3-1. I got the first place loophole this week. He's got a fucking absolute wagon team. But how'd you make out in fantasy? No,
I lost to Flowers, and he actually missed a guy that was playing for the Vikings. The game started over in wherever.
Dublin.
Went off at 9 a.m. and they didn't tell anyone on the injury.
Flowers
by the play, so he played shorthanded and he beat me. But I'm heavy Bengals right now, and no Joe Burrow is just it's a dagger, and I don't want to sell low and buy high, and that's exactly what I need to do. Because my team stinks. I'm 2-2, so I managed to get through the first couple weeks, but yeah, I'm going to need some help.
There's a quarterback change coming in Cincy for you. They're not going to continue to roll with this guy. Either they're going to trade for like a Jameis Winston or Kirk Cousins, or
have him sling it to Jamar Chase.
Yeah, because Jamar Chase, I don't know if you saw last night, like he was not yelling, but talking to the head coach, being like, "Fella, I need the rock.
No,
give me the ball
or trade me."
Yeah, exactly.
Send him to Miami now.
Right? Miami looked pretty good last night.
What's the world look like with Jamar Chase and the Kansas City Chiefs?
Chiefs. Yeah. I just bet the Chiefs this morning on DraftKings Sportsbook to win the AFC West. They're plus 150. Chiefs might not lose the game the rest of the way. They got Rashid Rice coming off suspension in week 6, and then they'll have Rashid Rice, Hollywood Brown, Xavier Worthy, Juju Smith. They got 5 weapons, and that Johnson guy.
Okay, so they don't need him.
They'll take Jamar Chase. Yeah. Fuck, who would? But I thought the Chiefs and Patty looked back to normal. My boy Pachenko finally got in the end zone. I don't know about you, Switchy, but I think the fucking Chiefs kingdom. I don't know if they're going to lose another fucking match.
Really, you're that high on them? You think they're not washed up? You think?
No.
I mean, what Kelsey? with all those guys healthy, Travis Kelce might be the fourth option.
Yeah.
Might be fifth. Like,
No,
he's sliding out of the reps.
Yeah, he is. He should just focus on his, bachelor party, wherever he's going to have that. But
Yeah.
I just think, honestly, boys, you know how it is. Like, they've played a lot of football. You got to jump on a bird all the way to Brazil. Like, I just think that, that fucked them over. Then they got the defending champs coming in week 2. It's like, I don't know. I'm sure they're going to lose another game, but I do think they win the AFC West now. It's a good bet. Yeah.
So much for laying off all those futures that you're talking about.
I know. I think I got, boys, I think I got a problem. I think I might have what's that number? What's that gambling number? Send it over to me. Ice Pick when you get
Ice Pick, pull it up.
Pull it up. I might have to call in there today. Boys, all seriousness, though, always gamble responsibly. And if you're looking to get some skin in the game, DraftKings Sportsbook, Updog, football. What goes good with football? Ice cold Labatt Blues.
Fellas, it sure does. Brought to you by Labatt. With Labatt, you can buy beer and get gear. Go to their website, snap a photo of your receipt, and upload it to gain points towards exclusive merch. Any size, any product, fellas, anywhere you're buying Labatt. Sign up at rewards.labattusa.com.
Boys, I'm dishing for. I'm going to start with Updog's former teammate, Krys Barch. Listen, one of the best stories, I fought Krys Barch. I'll never forget. We were playing Sunday. We used to play Sunday afternoon at the Honda Center, the Pond, 5 o'clock puck drop. Well, my Saturday night got a little bit away on me on Newport Beach because we had no morning skate on Sundays, right? So we went out Saturday. We're like, okay, we'll just sleep all day and get to the game. So I get to the game and I'm going out for warm up, and this Krys Barch is drooling over the red line. I mean, like fucking staring. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So I go into authority. I go, who is this fucking kid? He's like, he's going to want to fight you first shift. I'm like, all right. So sure enough, first shift, he came out and fought me. But the best thing ever was when you played in Florida with him and he went around the dressing room and was like, hey, O'Brien, if we were in a good team, what number of defense would you be? Oh, yeah, 4? No, 6. Hey, you. Hey, I'm Shaw. If we were in a good team, what line would you be on? Oh, yeah, not 4th. Like, that story was
insane. Closed door meeting, player only, led by Krys Barch, our guy that played maybe 12 games for us that year. But heart and soul guy, and before things got really out of hand, he wanted to bring us all back as a team, but he called everyone out, including Brian Campbell, Stephen Weiss, fucking Jovo, Luongo. It was everybody. You could not make this shit up. But, a heart and soul guy, and as I read here, Obes,
first win as an OHL coach for the Niagara Ice Dogs.
Fucking right.
Good for Barchi.
Fucking right.
Another guy that I probably... Actually, after you told me that story, I thought maybe he could be a coach. But playing against him, I'm like, this guy's not going to coach. But there he is, head coach of the Niagara Ice Dogs. He got his first win. So good for Barchi. Guy played the game the right way, would fight anybody. Not the biggest guy either, and would just get in there and throw both ways, and he could chuck us. So get yourself a Labatt Blue. Barchi, continuing on here, boys. Shout out to our boy Tyson Barrie. Fuck, he wasn't unemployed long, was he?
This is what you call soft landing.
About a day and a half, he didn't have a job. That must have been nice. I went like 2 years of being retired before I got a job, and my job was a 15-minute radio show in Vancouver where I don't even know if they paid me. They might have given me like $20 Canadian or something swishy. So Tyson Barrie on Canucks TV. Listen, he's a good Victoria boy. He's from the island. This is the type of stuff we need for this league, right? Bears never played for the Canucks. I don't think that matters. He's got a great personality. He's going to have good insight, and I think he's going to bring some laughter to a much-needed panel with some laughter. Like, I love Dan Murphy, and I think Murph and Bears are going to be, much like, Kiefer and Lyles for the Abs. Like, I think Bears and Dan Murphy can really get a nice chemistry going here, so I'm happy for Bears, and I'm going to have to go up to Vancouver and see him.
Absolutely. Good-looking cat, too, right? Like, he's got a face for TV, and, during intermissions, you want to stay tuned to these games and figure out what's going on the inside. And he's going to be a great insider. It's better to listen to him than most guys up in Canada, I would think. And so I'm excited for him, and I just, I know the business now, and these guys need to, you got to have a little balls. And you got to get in there and work at it. It's not easy, but I think Bears is the man for the job.
He's got good charisma. Is the biggest thing, right? He's got a nice smile. He's got his new set of jibs in there. He's going to work, like you said, Obes, alongside Murph, Chicken Parm Jr. as well, Lennon Ferraro. So That'll be a much needed spark plug to that panel. And Bears has got great stories. And the cool thing about him too is he's so well liked in the league, from the likes of Crosby to McKinnon. I'll have a lot of good stories and good intel to share on that side of things. So great hire. And they're doing the right thing there, bringing the guy in quick, right from the game. He's going from obviously, the ice right up to the press box. And yeah, he'll do well there, boys. He'll do well.
Uppy, do you ever think back why we didn't get offers when we first retired? Do you think that had to do with maybe the way we,
No.
Why? What?
I'll tell you exactly why. We live in Anaheim.
Okay.
We're not around unfortunately, we're not around the Ducks even enough.
No.
But you got to be around these teams. You got to be I would say he has maybe someone representing him right now, for one. But two, he's probably going, hey guys, I'm going to be in or around Vancouver these dates. Can we work something out? I think, for us, and one of the blessed things about being a Newport Beach fella that we've enjoyed is that hockey isn't everywhere around us, right? It's not like you're walking into a bar and everyone's just like, oh, fuck, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, there's some freedom here with that. But I think if you were up in Toronto and you retired yourself, I'm talking about, you would have a job in no time like that.
You think so?
Boom, because you're around it. Guys need personalities on air. They just want to fly you in from LA.
I just think too, when I first retired, Swishy, from hockey, I wanted nothing to do with hockey for the first almost 2 years. I didn't talk hockey. I didn't watch hockey. I went, I was just basically either in New York or out in Newport, and I was on a full bender. I think when you retire, if you retire, if you want to stay in it, I think what Bears is doing is smart.
You have to.
Don't wait. So any guys that are just retiring or even Shaddy, right? Shaddy retires, boom, he's with the union. I don't think you should wait, Swishy, when you retire. If you want to jump in the hockey world, stay because it's so fresh, right?
Motion is lotion, right? Action promotes action. You got to stay in it, and you can't be too far removed.
Yeah.
To Uppy's point, though, if you guys were in Vancouver or you're in Toronto, I think you have a job pretty quickly. Both great personalities. Not trying to pump your tires, but that's just how it goes. I think, Obi, if you would have stayed in Vancouver, went back to Vancouver, I think you're sitting alongside Farhan Ladji, and you guys are chopping it up on Sportsnet, brother. But you're in California. You're far away from Canada. You're kind of, if you're not around, you're kind of just forgotten about.
Yep.
Farhan Ladji, TSN, Vancouver.
No, but it's crazy. To me, it's nuts that we're here and the Ducks have not reached out to you to say by the way, we need major help in between periods. We need major help, at home games, before games, on the concourse, what Stoley's doing. They just don't have young. No one's stuck around to do that.
Ducks did offer me the color radio gig a couple years ago.
Oh, the color radio.
I had to go to every fucking game though. I'm like, no, no, thank you.
Obi, would you ever go in between the glass?
Might not fit. Might not.
You'd be all right, big boy.
Yeah, whatever. I couldn't fit in the same setup Panger has. I know that. They'd have to stretch it out for me, fella.
If Rob Ray can fit in between at the Key Bump Arena, you can fit in there.
I really have no desire for that switch,
no?
To be honest with you. The only thing I would like to do is I would like to, well, hopefully I can just sit here and do this for the rest of my time with you boys. But when it comes to if I guess you want to call it legitimacy in the NHL, a panel, I could sit on a panel. If the Ducks ever asked me to do, intermissions or something, I would do that. Yeah. But I have no desire to do color or get between the benches or any of that stuff.
I would love it. I would love to be kind of just around the ice. I could go into the rink. Well, this is actually a good time to talk about what I did yesterday with Beckham. I went to the wrong rink, Schmaltzy, to watch the Ducks practice. I was texting with Quenville the night before, just a quick hey, what's up? My son's got the day off school. He's going to come watch practice. And he gives me we're 10 a.m. at the Honda. And I go right out to Great Park, their practice rink. And I'm walking in there. They got 4 rinks there, Obes. I go to each one. And they're like, fuck. They're not here. I look at the text, Honda. I'm like, sorry, Beckham. But I took him to the next rink up the street, and he actually got some ice time, so that was good. But I'm like, fuck, this is sort of exactly me in my playing days, going to the wrong rink. Now, in saying that, I just like being at the bar in Schmaltzy. I didn't love it I'm not saying I love it every day not being able to play, but I miss being around it. So, yeah, to be there and to be engaged in an NHL hockey rink live would be still great. I think.
Yeah, you're looking at it it would be great to be an NHL coach to be on the bench, but you're not looking at it what it takes. What Darren Pang does.
Oh, it's crazy.
the amount of hours that they put in. You got to go to pregame skate. You got to go to practice the day before. You got to talk to the coaches. You got to talk to this coach. You got to talk to, like, you're at the rink as much as a fucking coach almost. Like, these guys are nonstop, man. Like, that to me, Swishy, is not what I don't want any part of that. I didn't even want that when they were paying me a couple bananas to fucking play.
Yeah, I mean, it just gives you appreciation of how hard those guys grind and how much work they put into it. I mean, I've seen Kenny Albert's files. It's like the Epstein files he has in his place of just every single game that he's ever covered for the last 20 or 30 years, I want to say. Like, he had little notes on me in a game I played 10 minutes in. It's just crazy the prep work that goes into it. And that's why I always admired a guy like Doc Emmerich when he'd walk around the rink and he'd be getting little nuggets at breakfast from guys at 10 in the morning before you go on for a skate. And he'd give, everyone time, from a guy like me who would be out of the lineup to a guy playing first line minutes. It's just cool to see, how much they grind at that. So I hear you, Obes, but that's what makes them great, right?
Yeah, Doc Emmerich is great. Anytime I saw Doc, and by the way, we talked about Pierre Maguire a couple of weeks ago, like Doc Emmerich. Like, I remember looking back, and I don't know if we didn't appreciate the NHL and NBC enough, but like with Jonesy, right? JR before he got shown the door, but like pretty good production. Like, yeah, Doc Emmerich could be like, oh, and he waffle boards it up the wall. Here you go, Crosby waffle boards it up the wall. The Morgan
Camerams are
like his best. He was great at it. He was very, very good at it. But Updog, I will say this though. I think we could mix you in between the glass. Like, I think you.
How do I do that?
I think if you
got to be with the Ducks, right?
Ducks, yeah, Ducks, or you could fly in to do it in Florida. Yeah, you got to think maybe a former team where, like, hey, you should reach out to Florida and be like, hey, if you need a guy, if old Bill Lindsay's hung over one day from having too many fucking glasses of red wine,
I think he's sober now.
I'll fucking right. I'll jump in there and do it. I think we could get Updog, especially like a 10 game.
You guys want to be? I'll give you half.
I think you're not going to like the pay when you see it.
No, you're not going to like the pay. Just what the pay is to see if you're actually fucking you want to do it. I don't know the guy.
I would say, what are the chances that Uppy's looking at the crowd and gets hit with a puck or something? Pretty good, I'd say. Updog, what are you looking at? That fucking puck, right?
How about Utah? How about we head up Smitty?
Utah. We should ask Ryan Smith, dude. That's probably your best bet. You say, Smitty, look, I'm looking for 5 home games a year to come in between the glass. I'll look good. I'll try not to be fucking hungover or half drunk, but...
Well, you can't even get a double drink there anyway.
No, it takes you 4 days to get drunk in Salt Lake.
I know. Even the altitude can't.
No, nothing helps you there. Swishy, I did another weekend of booze and just beer and the weed pen, buddy. It was, pretty good again. I'm starting to enjoy the buzz.
You like that beer? See, the beer buzz, though, it fills up your barrel so quick. You know what I mean? You had like 10 beers and you just, like you said, you're just always pissing.
No, that's the one problem, but... to Tyson, Barrie, congrats, buddy. Get yourself a Labatt Blue. Moving on here, boys. I got a couple more. Bear with me. The Pittsburgh Penguins and Marc Andre Fleury. Get yourself a Labatt Blue. Fuck, boys. I saw the clips of him. I thought he was playing. I thought he signed a 1-year deal with them. Like, I watched him skating with the boys before, practicing, going post to post. I had to look it up and be like, oh, this is just a PTO of a one night so he can retire a Penguin. Classy. This guy, everyone loves this guy. He couldn't get out of town without one final prank against Malkin. Malkin, this is hilarious. He's like, you know how much this car is? He put his number 29 on Malkin and Crosby's car. And he put flowers on it. Yeah. But I thought this was first class. I mean, listen, the guy's had great longevity, but he was a Pittsburgh Penguin for them to do it. But I got to be honest, Ups, the videos I saw, it looks like he'd still play. There's easy.
Yeah, no, listen, I mean, by rights, this guy's a top 5 goalie of all time, 3 Stanley Cups. He's an incredible teammate. He's an incredible player. I think he gets to go out as he wants. And, if he stays healthy and he looks great, I mean, he looks great right now. If you can go out in an exhibition game, without a full training camp, make the saves and do the splits like he just did, you should be able to come back and play for the Edmonton Oilers come January 1st. That's what I think. So, I
love how everything, not just you, me, everybody in the hockey world, anytime anything's talked about goaltending, it just comes back to the Oilers. Like, it's not just us. It's you listen to every Chicklets, fucking any show in the world. Goaltending, there's a rumor of a goaltender, Oilers. That's when you know your goaltending's not exactly shirt up, eh? Like, when every goalie rumor, you're like, well, maybe it could be an Oiler. It's like, fuck, how do you guys not have a goalie? You have the fucking best player in the world. You don't have a goalie.
I know.
What the fuck are we talking about? Like,
well, they think they have a goalie, but he just hasn't been able to really. It's not Bobrovsky.
think again, eh, Swishy? I would say think again.
Do you think he got a new mask, Schwizzy, for this training camp and exhibition, Fleury, or did he wear like one of his old ones? Like, because he always has the sickest fucking masks.
I didn't see it, but I would probably say those pads look crispy. Those are fresh out of the box, those yellow ones he was wearing.
Yeah.
I would say he probably got a new mask, something to add to the collection. All those goalies, they're just a bunch of weirdos, and they love collecting the masks themselves. So I bet that's a fresh one for Flower. Got a good job on it.
For sure. Yeah. It's a fresh one, and they'll probably like sign it or whatever up. Listen, the first time I didn't even know who Marc Andre Fleury was, right? Played in the Quebec League. I'm watching World Juniors. You might have been on this team.
I was Halifax.
With the yellow pads?
Mm-hmm.
No, this was in Prague.
That was a year after. It was his second one.
When did he let the stinker in?
Off Coburn's ass. He shot it off Coburn's ass and went in his own net.
Was that in Halifax or Czech?
It wasn't in Czech. It wasn't in Halifax. The next year was probably Finland or something like that.
So were you on that team or no?
No, it was my first.
It's the only time I first remember his yellow pads. I'm like, oh, this guy's projected to go first overall, and he just let a stinker in. I'm back home watching Kingston or whatever. I'm like, that's the first time I ever saw those yellow pads swish. I got to be honest, I didn't love him at that particular moment, but God, they look good on him throughout his career as a Pen, didn't they?
Oh, the best. And I don't know, he just the charisma and just the personality that guy has in the locker room is very different than a prototypical goalie. Like, that's one guy I would have loved to play with. I mean, have you ever played with a guy that allegedly was just a prankster that big? Like, did you guys ever play with anyone like that?
No, but it might have been because I didn't like pranks. So I think like if someone tried to prank, I might have been like kind of that bully, like fuck off, quit doing that or something. I didn't like pranks.
These are pretty good.
Well, he's the best at it.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I mean, Revo was good at pranks. But again, you know,
like
gonna say
our tough guys like McGrath and the Big Earn would fuck with guys. You know, the prank that I liked was putting the water under a guy's helmet in the morning. He pulls his helmet and gets him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked a good leaner too in a hotel.
What about like shaving cream inside the towel?
I can live with that, but don't fuck around with my gear. Don't cut my tie or cut my laces or fuck with my clothes or hockey equipment. Like, just leave my gear alone.
Flip my foot up when I'm gone.
Yeah, don't do that.
How about the peanuts, like those foam peanuts in the car where they fill it up to the brim in the guy's car? You like that one?
Like the whole car's full of peanuts?
Like the foam peanuts.
No,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Listen, I always say no man should touch another man's vehicle ever. Like, you shouldn't, vehicles and women, I would say, are off limits, right? Don't touch my girl, don't touch my car.
If it's my ex-girl or my ex-car,
You can take my ex-girlfriend for a spin if you want, but not my car.
Yeah, that's probably well said.
I don't know. I wasn't a big prankster, Swishy. I don't know. I wasn't. I didn't like it.
No, I'm with you. With you.
So congrats to Fleury. Well, I mean, speaking of guys who's going to come right out and get a job, I mean, you got to think he's got some nice offers, right? Minnesota probably.
Well, French TV's pay him whatever he wants.
French RDS.
For sure.
Yeah, listen, they had Bob Hartley on RDS, so I'm sure Flower will get whatever he wants.
Anything on a French-speaking TV, get whatever.
RDS.
But it'd be interesting to see where he wants to live. He might want to just shack up next to Sid here and live in Pitt the rest of his life.
John Liu, TSN, Montreal.
Marc Andre Fleury, TSN, Orfois.
You're right. RDS will probably be knocking down his door. Yeah. But I think he lives in the States, doesn't he?
Yeah, he should. He probably, his kids are probably all in school, and
Last but not least here, get this guy a Labatt Blue. I got it on right here, boys. No one picked us at the start of the year. In fact, I didn't pick us at the start of the year. I was the only dummy that probably took them when they were 7 games up. I took them on DraftKings Sportsbook at -210. So I needed them to win the division. We didn't make it pretty, but we got her done. We won the last 4 at home. The Toronto Blue Jays, John Schneider, get yourself a Labatt Blue. Their celebration was great. They got fucking pinned the entire night. They don't play for a week. So they were tarps off, spraying champagne. I'm sure Travis and the boys in Toronto took care of them. They don't play till Saturday. Good on them. They got a scrappy bunch. I don't know if our bullpen's good enough to get her done, but to win the division, it's been since 2015, boys, since Joey Bats threw the walk-off thing or whatever. I think that was the last time we won our division.
Is that 15? Wow, I remember in Edmonton for that. I don't know why. Maybe a Loophole golf tournament or something. No, that wouldn't have been it. I would have still been playing 15.
15, you're still out there snapping around.
But wow, yeah, it's fuck Canada. It's great for baseball, playoff baseball.
Swishy, wait till you see this crowd in Toronto, fella. It's going to be ruckus. The Sky Dome is going to be rocking, fella.
Yeah, I went to a game there earlier in August. See, the renovations, it's not bad now. It was way better than I remember. It'll be rocking. That game I went to was a Friday nighter. It was buzzing. So the good people of Canada and the good people of that Marriott watching through. Hopefully we get someone maybe tucking in those suites there watching the game. You know,
I think if they this is what I hope happens, boys. I hope the Mariners and Jays both get to the LCS, go to Seattle, watch them out here. Jays win that series, fella tour, Toronto World Series game. Do a show there.
Yeah,
tickets,
awesome,
pinned.
That would
maybe
be
go to a Leafs game if they're in town. Fella tour. Brought to you by Kits Eyewear.
Couldn't see the ball well.
Yeah.
And let's win a World Series.
Let's go. Let's go, boys. Swiss, you just any beers before we move on, fella?
Yeah, I just wanted to give one to the pride of the Miami Dolphins, Darren Waller, 2 touchdowns last night.
Dude.
I mean, this guy had been retired for over a year, Obi. A couple ayahuasca resets in between that. Actually launched a rap career as a hip-hop artist. So I just want to give Darren Waller some love. 2 touchdowns last night, boys, in his return. Cool to see. It's a nice moment for a man that's been out of the game for a little bit of time here.
Yeah, guy's a weapon, man. Like, I remember when he came out of the Raiders, I always took him in fantasies his first couple of years, and I'm like, I can't take this guy. However, watching the game last night, after his second touchdown, I went on the waiver wire, tried to pick him up, so hopefully I'll get him. 6'6". Now you're thinking with Tyreek Hill out, right? This guy's going to get some more looks. And, like, one thing about Tua, he can't really throw it very hard, and he can't really move, but he can put it on the tape. And being 6'6" tight end swishy, this guy can go get it.
Especially up the middle of the field, too. Those quick slant plays. I mean, I don't know. We'll see where it goes, but it's cool to see when a guy comes back in the league like that and makes a statement.
Boys, I was watching that game last night, and we talk about, playing in Toronto, being a Leaf, playing for the Rangers in New York. Like, it's got to be pretty good for these boys to be a Miami Dolphin in Miami, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the jerseys?
I didn't mind them.
Yeah.
I didn't mind them.
It's a new look.
Yeah. But would you put being a Miami Dolphin up there as, right, top 5 of like being Derek Jeter for the Yankees, or would you rather play for the Miami Dolphins or Dallas Cowboys?
I would say Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Yeah.
America's team.
America's team. Yeah. But Miami.
Yeah.
Like Miami or
Switchy, you're in Miami making
or
30.
the Chargers.
Miami. Yeah, Miami for sure.
Good comparison, though.
No talent.
Miami's top 3 for
If Hollywood like it was 20 years ago, I might change my fucking answer to that. Yeah. But Hollywood the way it is now, no thanks.
Yeah.
Boys, moving on here. Beep, beep, beep. Back up the Brinks truck. Back it right up. Billy Guerin backed it up for Krill, the Thrill Kaprizov. Listen, boys. 8 years, 17 bananas a year, $136 million contract. Boys, we talk about July 1st up. We used to enjoy it in Canada Day. How would your July 1st be right here? Ready? 26, 18 million. 27, 18 million. 28, 18 million. 29, 18 million. And then she tapers down. Full no move clause. I mean, what kind of shack can you get in Minneapolis for when you're making $136 million?
Yeah. I mean, the football guys and the basketball guys are both there making that money.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, for hockey, I mean, this sets the bar. This is the new NHL. This is our young Russian superstar that's, proven himself that he can take over games and that he's a top 5, elite player. And now he's paid like one. So, I mean, where does it go from here, boys? Where does it go?
I mean, 95% of that salary being paid up front and signing bonus money. Obi, last week, your Krill Kaprizov, Dollar Bill Krill, they're calling him.
Yeah.
You're battling pink eye. You get that mucus and that pus out of your left eye, and all of a sudden you just wake up and sign for 136 bananas. Life's okay, man. Life is okay.
He still has a little pink eye. I saw him with a picture of Billy Guerin today.
God, he
Still got a little pink
with
eye.
a shovel on that side of the face.
You don't want pink eye, man.
No.
It's nasty, dude. I had it one time. It's not perfect. Almost missed a game. Bow Frewer. Almost missed the game. Pink eye. Missed a problem.
man.
Got a day off of practice, but it was just shut. Like fucking swollen shut. It's crazy.
So Craig Leopold stepped up and said, "You ain't fucking leaving, Krill.
Listen,
Pay us money."
I think Krill Kaprizov's a hell of a player, right? But like got hurt last year. Right? Can we pull up Krill Kaprizov's numbers, please, Casey? Not his bank account numbers, his actual hockey numbers. I mean, what kind of investments are you doing there, right? You get a check for $18 million. What are you throwing it in crypto ups?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Right into crypto.
I go at least half right off the top. Bitcoin, Ethereum. How are you?
Pull that up for me. Okay, so he's had 96 points. I had 108. So this is perfect. This guy's a world-class player. Don't get me wrong. Probably the best winger in hockey, right?
Yep.
If you're 97, getting ready to fucking snap around up in Edmonton right now, and you see this guy's got 8 years for 17, like McDavid deserves 20.
Minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with the 20 spot, here's 20 spot, you minimize to a level of, you minimize your chance of winning the Stanley Cup, making 20% of the salary if the salary goes to 100. That would just not be what McDavid wants. He wants the money, but he wants the cup. And your chances, Schmaltzy, when you take away 20% of the cap by yourself, bad.
Do you honestly believe that Connor McDavid, whatever he signs for, wherever he signs for, do you honestly believe that he'll never win a Stanley Cup? No. He's going to win one.
Yeah,
He may not win in Edmonton, but that man, before he retires, will hoist the Stanley Cup over his head.
Yeah.
There's not a fucking doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
Now, if he wants to stay in Edmonton and take a little haircut, then I think you might be onto something there. But he's going to win a Stanley Cup.
Yeah, a smaller deal. If it's 2 years at 18 million, or if it's 2 years at 15 million, and he matches Draisaitl, it's going to help him win the Stanley Cup in Edmonton, which is his goal. His goal would be to win a Stanley Cup in Edmonton, not just to hoist one eventually. I think, in order to do that, he cannot shoot for the moon on this next contract. And I think that's just fucking common sense.
You know whose number I really think this adjusts and affects the most, boys?
Jack.
Is the young man out of Chicago with Kyle Davidson and Connor Bedard. I think his number, I think he's looking at Kaprizov right now. Winger, obviously not as accomplished or has the accolades like Kaprizov does, but I think this really affects what Bedard's going to be asking for. If his number, Obi, was 11 or 12 million, Bedard might be calling his agent right now and say, hey, give Kyle Davidson a call in Chicago, because yesterday's price, it ain't today's. I think that number is going to really influence what Bedard gets here in the next year.
Yeah, I don't know what Bedard's going to get, man. I don't know. That's a good point by you, though. But the Blackhawks are going to have so much cap space here, man. Like something like next year of something crazy in cap space.
McDavid already got 1,000 points, right, boys, this year? He got 1,000.
Yeah, look at if you're going off straight numbers, Krill Kaprizov got 100 points twice. Look at those 100 points once. 108, 105, 123, 153, 132, 100.
It's worth 25.
What if you went to the Oilers, give me 2 years, 40? I'll give you 2 years to figure it out. Are you saying that's just too big of a cap hit?
I think it is, yeah.
I think Darnell Nurse's 9.2 is a bigger fucking cap problem than anything.
Yeah, but if they move that, then he can sign us.
You got a better chance of moving me than you do of moving. You have a better chance of me getting a contract than you do of trading Darnell Nurse for someone picking up the entire salary. There's no team in the world right now that would take him at $9.2 million. And I like Nurse's. I think he had a great year last year, Swishy. I think he bounced back. He's a $5 million defenseman, though. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, I mean, whether you're trading him or you're looking to buy him out or get him off the books, I mean, you're going to have to retain one way or the other, whether it's counting against your cap and dead space or retaining in a trade. But the thing is McDavid, I mean, Uppy makes a good point where he's going to have to take a little bit less, but you can't take less than 17 a year, no? Like what Kaprizov just got, even if it's on a 2-year deal. There's no way McDavid is taking a haircut where it's matching Draisaitl what he just got paid, right? Like,
I don't think McDavid his head could hit the pillow and not be like, I'm not the highest paid guy in the league.
Right. That's what I mean. Like, you're the best player. You want to be respected that way. I would think, at least.
You guys want to know what Chat GPT says?
Sure.
McDavid signs a 4 to 5 year deal at $12 to $13 million average, aligned with Draisaitl, giving Edmonton cap flexibility to build a cup level depth while keeping an escape hatch if management can't deliver. It keeps him one of the NHL's highest paid players, but signals commitment to winning.
We get it. Yeah.
Yeah, the Crosby McKinnon recipe.
Listen, if he does that, he's a better man than me.
Yeah.
He is a better. If Connor McDavid does that for the Edmonton Oilers, he's a better man than me. And kudos to him wanting to win a cup in Edmonton.
Totally.
If I'm the best player in the planet and I have a chance to sign for 20 a year, I'm not taking a haircut for anyone.
Yeah, I know.
Because I believe
agree.
in myself. If I'm Connor McDavid, I got to think. I'm just putting I'm the best player in the world. I'm going to win a Stanley Cup no matter where I go.
Yep.
So to me, I'm like, I wanted my money now. I want my 20. And if Edmonton can't do it, I'll demand a trade and I'll go fucking win it in New York, LA, Chicago, wherever.
Totally.
That's how I look at it. But that's a guy that sitting here wishing he made a little bit more money than I did, Swishy. Like, you can only, I know McDavid's set for life and it's that, but like, you're the best player on the planet. He deserves to get paid like it.
Yeah, I just think if you're going to take a haircut, you're not taking too much off the sides, right? You can't take that thing all the way down to the skin. Like, he's not going to. If he goes for $12 million a year, man, if I was his agent, I'd be like, dude, you can't do this.
He's not taking a penny less than 14. He's not taking less than Draisaitl. No.
I don't think he's not taking less than 17.
I don't think he should take less than 20.
No, I agree. But if you're going to take a haircut, like I'm saying, it's got to be a little bit of a blend. You just can't pick that thing.
Hey, listen, Uppy, I love what you're saying. And for Oilers fans, I hope Uppy's right. And I'm sure he will sign with the Oilers. But congrats for Krill and Thrill. That's a lot of fucking rubles, eh? Back home for him. That's a lot of fucking rubles there. So we're going to continue to back this Brinks truck up here. Mason McTavish, right in our own backyard here. If you need a realtor, Mason, let me know. My girl can help you out. 6 years, $7 million, $42 million a year. Listen, I love this kid coming out of Peterborough. I thought he was old school. I thought he played with an edge. I don't think he plays with a big enough edge out there. I think he thinks he's more skilled than he is at times. He can shoot the puck. He can play the power play. If I could talk to that kid, like a little more jam to your game, like get a little meaner, get to the inside ice, just play a little bit harder. You know what I mean? Like, watch Sam Bennett. I'm not saying you're going to go around and kill people like Sam Bennett, but he needs a little more Sam Bennett in his game. Pat Verbeek rewards him here. I was almost to the point, Swishy, where I thought about, if I was him, thinking about trading this kid. But they gave him the contract he wanted, and time will tell, Swishy, if he delivers. That's a nice contract for a kid coming off, I believe, his entry-level deal, right?
Yeah, I think so. And I think to your point, Obes, where when you're not competitive and you're out of the playoffs once the calendar year strikes the new year, I think you get away with a lot more. You don't have to play as hard. You're viewed as a top player, a skill guy. You're safe. I hope Anaheim can be at least competitive, and Joel Quenneville can instill that into him a little bit, just going at defensemen a little bit more, forechecking a little bit harder, finishing hits. I think he can get greasier and grittier, like you said, and I think that comes along with a competitive hockey club. So we'll see what he does. He got his money. Now you got to back it up.
Yeah, it's great. They had the Ducks. You know what? The Ducks social media does a pretty nice job. They have a good little social media team, and they did a video of Mason walking back in the barn, and they caught him going to meet Quenneville, and the way Quenneville like shook his hand and slapped his arm, it was like an old school, like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, bud, like, it's just like I'm pulling for the Ducks, man. I obviously don't like the way they treated Getzlaf, and that's always going to sting me, but I love Quenneville. I want them to be a competitive team, so time will tell. Moving on here, boys. Uppy, I saw you you were on X posting the Blues effect. Cam Fowler, 3 years, 6.1 bananas, 18.3 total. Good for Cam. Guy was a great Duck, speaking of Ducks being out here, but you played there. Everyone that plays for the Blues seems to love it, and Cam's sticking around, my man.
Yeah, not just a good Duck. He's been a great Blue, and he helped them. You know, he's helping a young decor. I love their decor. I think they're well balanced out with Falk and Parayko and him, and you have our boy from Edmonton that came in there. Help me, fellas.
Holloway.
Broberg. Thank you. On D. That guy's a stud. So listen, these guys are... The core there in St. Louis is not to mess with. They mean business. They're going to be great playing in front of Binnington, and I like their squad, and I like the deal. It's just solidifying a guy that's had a great career here in Anaheim, and now, you know, he's going to get some relief there in St. Louis for the next 3 years. It's great. It's a great deal.
Fair deal too, right, boys? Like 6.1 times 3. He had a great playoff last year. Army obviously knew he wanted to stay and sign with the team. I just think it's a great fit there. It's a seamless fit. And a coach like Jim Montgomery, Cam Fowler is going to be able to flourish in that system where, a puck mover, get up the ice, free to play how he wants. So it's a great deal for both sides. And When we had him on the show, Obes, he was a nice fella too.
Great guy. Another team I'm pulling for. Great job by the St. Louis Blues, and shout out to our social media guy, Mark Prince. The Blues wanted that clip of me and you, of us talking about the white jerseys, because Monty comes on, he's like, how about those white jerseys? Are those fucking nice or what? Hey, Monty, he seems like such a beauty. Another team I'm pulling for. I mean, obviously you played there. We know a lot of people from the organization, but I'm pulling for the St. Louis Blues. So congrats to Cam. Last but not least, and back up the Brinks truck, Stoley the goalie. Anthony Stolarz, 4 years, 3.75. This is a great deal by Brad Treliving. I don't think Brad Treliving has got enough respect for what he's done for this hockey club in the offseason. Yeah, Marner left, but what he's brought in, now he's got his number one goalie locked up. We're going to get into the previews later this week on both conferences. I just think Brad Treliving has done a hell of a job in this offseason. I love where the Toronto Maple Leafs are heading, and this guy was hurt last year. Don't forget, they were up 2-0 on the Cat, and then Stoley got hurt. Not saying it would have been a different outcome, but Swishy, I've known this guy when he played here for the Ducks. He's a good Jersey boy. I think this is a fair deal, as you would say, for both teams, and I think Stolarz is a legit number one.
Yeah, I think it's a fair piece of business, and even if you're looking at Obi in the eyes of Brad Treliving and you're determining who your starter is going to be not only this year, but for the future, even say Stoley the goalie falls to the 1B and Joseph Woll gets to the level that he's projected to get to one day and become a full-time guy. Now, he hasn't gotten there yet, but say he does, it's still a very fair number for a goalie to come in and play 20 to 30 odd games a year, and it doesn't break the bank, right? He's not in the $6 or $7 million department, so it's a great piece of business by Tree, not only establishing your starter, but for the future as well.
Totally, and you know what it does for the future with Woll? He doesn't have to hurry now, right? Like, he could just be the backup or the 1B, right? And put him in the games you want him to play, and you don't have to hurry Woll along, because Stoley's 31. He's in his prime. This guy's a gamer, man. Like, he's our type of guy, boys. Like, he's Matty Tkachuk and the boys in Florida loved him. And I think he has that it factor to be the guy in Toronto. So congrats to all those boys. They will have no trouble keeping the lights on. I mean, fuck.
Damn, kids are getting paid, boys.
And work, hey, boys, if you're out there, junior hockey player, fucking work hard, boys.
Keep your head down.
A lot of money out there. So speaking of a lot of money, this is a sad one. It's milk carton time here at Missin Curfew. Unfortunately, we won't be seeing Barkov at all this regular season. Unfortunate accident where it was his ACL and MCL. Sucks. I mean, even Paul Maurice said, you have that next man up mentality and you want to say all the right things, but there's no replacing this guy, right? There's no replacing him. This is what happens when you go to 3 straight finals, though, right? Back-to-back champs. Shit happens, man, and it's unfortunate. He will be back probably for playoffs, but I know you love Barkey and he's fun to watch. Maybe he comes out of it rested up and ready to rock for playoffs, but I'm going to miss watching him play, because I watch the Panthers play a lot because I love their hockey club, obviously, and he's just a fun guy to watch.
Yeah, it's a tough bounce. It's a play in practice that happens, 1,000 times a year, and the one freakish accident where you get fell on like that, it's not perfect. And for this guy, I think you just said it right, Obes. It's a lot of hockey, and you want to back them off in training camp, and you want them to kind of ease into the season, it being so much load on these guys. It's sad. You can't replace a guy like that. The NHL can't replace a guy like that, but the Florida Panthers are, they're still a great team. They're going to move forward. It's next man up, although it's not the next Barkov up. So it'd be interesting to see how they battle around him, but, we're going to miss that kid for sure.
Sucks not having him, too, for the Olympics. Being the captain for Finland.
Yeah.
That's a dagger, too, right?
That's a big-time dagger.
Yeah, it's just good for hockey, right? And it sucks that he's not going to be there for his squad, for the Finnish soldiers, and competing in Milan. So that was the one thing I was looking at. You know what I mean? That's tough.
Yeah, great point by you. Can the Cats stay in the fight? No Chucky to start, I don't think either, boys. I think Chucky had surgery too. I'm not 100% sure on that, but right now down the pipe for the Panthers, you go Bennett, Lundell, Rodriguez, Luke Cunnin. So did I say that guy's name? Yeah. And no Chucky. So you go Verhaeghe, Bennett, Reinhart, Lusterinen, Lundell, Marchand, Boyquist, Rodriguez, don't know. And then their fourth line. But their back end is ready to rock. Forsling, Ekblad, Mikula, Jones, Kulikov, Petrie. I mean, they got enough there to hang in there, right? To be a playoff team. I'm sure Chucky's going to come back before the Olympics, because I know he's going to play the Olympics. So they'll hang in there. right?
Yeah, they will. They're a good team. Fucking D are good. They got Bobrovsky. I mean, they're going to be a great team.
I'm interested to see Brad Marchand's regular season, right? He had a great playoff, but I'm interested to see if he can kind of.
He's got 6 years to think about it.
He does have 6 years to think about it. He does have. Barkey, rest up, my man. I feel for him. Part of the game, though, boys. But like you said, it's one of those things we do every day in practice, right?
Yeah.
Brutal.
Crazy.
Brutal. Boys, it's the Kits Eyewear Dish of the Week. Fellas, missing the net one too many times? Might be time to get your eyes checked. All it takes is 30 minutes. Head to your local optometrist, grab that prescription, and upload it on kits.com. Pick your frame from $28. These ones I'm wearing are the Cypress. And next thing you know, boys, knock on your door, Kits Eyewear. Promo code Curfew gets you 40% off on any $28 or more purchase. Boys, we talked about Marner, our boy Eichel. This was their first exhibition game. I believe it was from last week. I apologize for that. The boys are in a golf tournament. But it's Eichel, Barbashev, and Marner to start off. Look at this. Booyah, backhand sauce, right to Ikes in the slot. Marner had his Kits Eyewear on. Get used to that, boys. I mean, I think Ikes is going to, we talked about his over. Maybe a good bet on DraftKings is his over on goals. But this little pass here, Casey, run it again if you can. This is the plays Marner can make. Like, just the puck's bouncing. He doesn't even really knock her down. He just backhand sauces it right here. Boom.
That is an elite pass, my friend.
And it is our Kits Eyewear.
Eyes in the back of his head, fella.
I'm going to take over in Ike's goals, Swishy. I don't know about you. I'm taking over in Ike's goals. I think he's going to get some looks from Marner this year that he's never had before.
Well, if you were DraftKings and you're an odds maker, what do you put in that line at? I think 35.5, 36, somewhere in there would be fair.
I think you're right on it. I think Ike's, if he shoots the goddamn puck, and I think he's, like I said, he's going to get more looks. I think Ike scores 40 this year.
Over 40 is plus 650, right?
Okay.
So that's, I mean, no, so it should be, we pulled that up earlier. 260?
His career high before in Buffalo, 1920 season, was 36. Now, he wasn't playing with Mitchie Martin.
Yeah. I just think, listen, there's no secret. Ike's is a pass-first guy.
Plus 650 over 40 goals.
You're more to talk. You're forward. But, like, I didn't get many looks. But when you get a good look as a forward, you doesn't matter if you're a passer or not. You can't pass it up. Right? I think Ike's is going to get so many opportunities and high-scoring chances like that we just showed in our Kits Eyewear just a week. He's going to have no choice but to shoot it.
A 40-goal man, too, is a shot-first guy, right? You're not. So if Ike's can really just... He's kind of got to change the way he plays the game because he does look pass a lot, right? You know how he sits there. Oh, with Marner doing that, it allows him. He's definitely got a better shot than Mitch Marner. I think he should just start ripping the puck. And if I was a coach, I'd be telling him just that. So we'll see.
You got to think Bruce Cassidy said, hey, listen, we just brought this guy in for 12 bananas a year.
And he's a disher.
He's a disher. Get ready to shoot.
He would be a shooter, yeah.
Right.
I'm not an analytics guy by any means. I'm an eye test guy. But you got to think, Eichel this year, if he stays healthy for 82, like his one-timer opportunities is going to go skyrocketing up with playing like a guy like Mitch Marner, and that's where I think he's going to score a lot more of his goals is through the one-timer on a play like that you just showed.
For sure, and I think Marner obviously going to help their power play. Fuck, is that a good little backhand sauce?
How about just overtime? Any sort of overtime. Those two guys on the ice, I mean, they're going to fucking skate down the ice, tic-tac-toe, and how are you?
Hey, fellas, real quick. Jack Eichel's over-under for points is 91.5, and his career high is 94 from last season.
He stays healthy, he gets 100 points. Yeah, I think.
Yep.
We're going to do our preview show later in the week, boys. We got a little long here today, but listen, I think this Vegas Golden Knights team is going to be a great regular season team. I just think they're a little soft for postseason hockey. As much as that kills me to say to my boy Todd Pickup and T-Rex Tom Riley. But hey, they're going to be fucking a really good regular. Like, I'm going to be on DraftKings Sportsbook hammering Vegas at home a lot.
No petrol this year, too.
No petrol.
It's tough. This is a tough loss.
No petrol. Gives them some cap space, or what?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to butcher this kid's name. This Caden Korczak, number 6. He's a pretty good player. No, he's no petrol, but he's a good right-handed D-man. How do you say his last name, Swish?
I don't even know. I might butcher that one. He's got one of those Polish names from Manitoba that's just all fucked up with no vowels.
I'm talking about Polacks with no future. Hey, from the breakup.
He is a good player though. He's steady. Positionally, he's good.
And Jeremy Lauzon, the kid they got from Nashville for Hag, He's going to be a pleasant surprise too. Their D, even without Petro, is still good enough. I just don't know if they have enough sandpaper. So, Swishy, always a pleasure snapping around with you, buddy. The hardest working podcaster in the game. Updog, thank you to Hall Pass Media. Kyle, Casey Conway, Max, the ice pickup. That was Missin Curfew.
Fellas.